If there's one thing that I love about teams like Liverpool, PSG, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, there's one thing I love about them is that when they have the opportunity to win, they win. When they have an opportunity where you would think that they are going to lose, they get a point from that situation. And that is what makes big teams, right? That is why a team that is going to win the league or a team that's going to win a competition where they are supposed to drop points, where they're supposed to lose a game, they turn it into a draw, and where they are supposed to sort of, draw, they turn it into a win. And we've seen that with these big teams. But a team like Chelsea is failing to capitalize on these, especially when it comes to the smaller teams, to get 3 points when it comes to you know their position on the table. This weekend, Chelsea past weekend, Chelsea played against Brentford. It was a game where majority of us were expecting Chelsea to get something positive, but Brentford took a lead in that game through that man shed, and a lot of people, watching that game will tell you that Chelsea played very well in the first half, but it was almost like they were not aspiring, or they were not motivated to score in the first half. So Brentford capitalized on that and scored a goal in the first half. Chelsea equalized through that man Palmer. He came back from injury and he scored a goal. So now it was looking like Chelsea are actually going to carry the day because they were in ball possession. They were, attacking and looking lively in the second half. But they took the lead, which a fantastic goal for me is one of the best goals so far this season. Anyway, not compared to other goals, but it's one of the best, like I say. So Caicedo's goal against Brentford was a fantastic goal with an assist from Garnacho, who Chelsea recently signed from Manchester United. So Chelsea were looking like a team that were going to carry the day, but at the end of the day, Carvalho broke every Chelsea fan's heart, by making sure that he equalized in the dying minutes. And their captain, Reece James, came out and he was not excited. He was not. He was not. He was not taking it lightly with the way in which, especially the way in which they conceded that goal, and it was a very sluggish way of defending. They were not supposed. I mean, if you are a team that want to get 3 points, a team that want to, when you're playing against smaller teams and you have an opportunity to get 3 points, you should be able to defend very well. What stops you from defending in that short period of time and then winning that game and getting 3 points? It doesn't matter how you defend, but just defend and get your 3 points. But the Chelsea players were too sluggish, too carried away, allowed Carvalho to tap the ball into the net, and that was how Chelsea drew that game. And they dropped 2 points. I mean, they were supposed to be on top of there with Liverpool, behind Liverpool, but they fade. They fade, and I'm sure the Chelsea coach is also not too excited about it. Overall, it was a good performance from the home side, who put much pressure on Chelsea, and they deserve the point that they got. Another game also that took place in the English Premier League on Saturday was a game between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. Look, Arsenal for me is looking like a team that is going to win or compete or give Liverpool, a tough time this season. When it comes to EPL, they have quality in their team, and it seems like the likes of Gyökeres are beginning to, understand the system, and they are working. I remember somebody say that if you want to use Gyökeres and be able to see his potential, you should play to his strength and not allow him to adapt to the system of Arsenal. And that is crucial, because if you have a player like that who knows how to score goals, you should be able to understand his strength. What is he good at? How is it his positioning and everything? And then the player should be able to play the way he's playing. You will get the best out of him, and that, it seems, is what Arsenal is doing. This key signing that Arsenal made this season for me, was Eze. Signing Eze from Crystal Palace. You don't need him to come and then, sort of adapt to the system already. He is used to the Premier League and he's playing for a club that he loves. So this guy came in and it was just, you know, instant hit for me. Eze is one of the best signing, So he provided the assist for Jokeres, who scored the goal for Arsenal. But there's another thing in the Arsenal team. This the first goal in Arsenal team that I said when is that goal went in, I screamed, this is the goal of the season. One of the goal of the season. But for me so far, this is the goal of the season. Zubimendi is just a fantastic player. And that goal, the way he scored that goal, the technique, it's a very difficult one. If you're somebody who had played soccer before, you are somebody who understands soccer, scoring from that angle, without positioning, the way in which you score that goal, you understand the technique there that is very difficult. And it takes only experience, it takes only players who know what they're doing to be able to score a goal like that. And he scored 2 goals in this game against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, who recently fired the coach, and now they have a new coach. But the players were not able to impress the new coach. And of course, you can forgive them. They played against a good side like Arsenal, so you don't have to be too hard on them. Arsenal is a very solid team. They have players that can hurt any team. And so far, I'm impressed with this Arsenal side. So if Liverpool don't win the league this season, and I'm saying it, if Liverpool don't win the league this season because they have quality, and they are the defending champions, I see Arsenal winning it because Arsenal is a very good team. Another match that took place in the English Premier League was a match between Bournemouth and Brighton. Going into that game, it was going to be, over goal for a lot of people who know what that is. That it means they're going to be 2.5. They're going to score 3 goals in that game. And they did not disappoint as predicted by a lot of soccer analysts and all that. Bournemouth at home won against Brighton 2-1 into that game. All right, these are the few games that were played in the English Premier League on Saturday. And moving to France, where we have Nice play against Nantes, and Nice won that 1-0 at home. In another match that took place in France, we have Monaco. Monaco played against Auxerre, and Monaco won that game away 2-1. In Germany, Bayern Munich, I've been saying it and I'll continue to say it. If there's one thing that I love about Bayern Munich, they have this culture. They have this culture of winning. And that culture of winning means that when they have the opportunity of beating you, they humiliate you, is what they do. When they have the opportunity, they don't play with it. So any game that you see Bayern Munich don't score, know the game is tough. Any game that they're winning like 1-0, know that the game is tough for them. But when they have that opportunity, they know that they can actually go ahead and beat you. Bayern Munich will beat you. They don't play. They beat you. And I like that about them. It's what I want to see how I want to see every big team play. If you're playing against a team that you know that you have the capacity to, humiliate them, why not? Go ahead and do it. And that is what Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich is doing in Germany. When they have an opportunity to beat a team, they beat 6-5, 5-0, 6-0, all that. They play it. They are like that. That's how good these guys are. And they're looking like a team that is going to defend their title that they won last season. So I'm so excited for Bayern Munich playing against Hamburg. They did not play. They did not even have mercy on them. They made sure that they humiliated them and they won that game 5-0. In Italy, there was a big game that I was looking forward to last weekend. I was looking forward to watching Inter Milan against Juventus. This is a big game in Italy. And, I was looking forward to it because Juve won the leagues in the past. They were the biggest team in Italy at some point, and now Inter Milan came. They won also a few years back. Napoli came too. So there's this competition. I want to see. This is the kind of competition that I want to see in the soccer or in the soccer leagues. I want to see where teams are playing against each other and are getting positive results. You win this year, the next year another team win. Not dominating for so many years, right? The Italian league is becoming very competitive. So having Inter Milan played against Juve, it was going to be a game that everyone wanted to watch it. Everyone wanted to see what's going to happen, who is going to win. Are they really title contenders? So I can say here right now that Juve are looking like a team that want to win it this year. I know it's too early. The league just started. But you can also agree with me that the way in which they're playing, the team cohesion, the way the players are beginning to understand themselves. But there's a highlight of that game that, for me, everyone is talking about is the Turan brothers. These guys are just incredible. And then having their father in the stand watching them, it was a divided support, if you ask me. The father obviously will be supporting his son. So supporting the one that is playing for Inter Milan and the one that is playing for Juventus. And guess what? The two brothers scored in that game. But the one in Juve was the one that made sure he became victorious. He wanted to impress the father the more, and he succeeded in doing that. So it was a very entertaining and a game filled with glamour, a game filled with stories. That having a proud dad who sat in the crowd watching his two sons do what they love doing and what they know how to do best. And it was just impressive from the two players on the pitch. And the love between the two of them. After the game, they embrace each other. The celebration is similar. So these guys just, what can you beat that? Having your two sons play against each other, and all of them are doing very well professionally. It's just a thing of joy. So congratulations to them. And the one in Juve came on top. Juve got 3 points. So Juve, perfect start to the season, continue as they won that game 4-3 against Inter Milan. In another match that was played in Italy was a match between the reigning champions Napoli against Fiorentina. You will not expect anything less than what we got from this game. Playing away to Fiorentina as the defending champions, having the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, who went from Manchester City to Napoli. The guy is making sure that they defend their title. So they're going to be I am so excited as a soccer lover. I'm excited to watch how Italian league is going to play out this season, because we have all these teams who are firing from different angles, and the competition is becoming very, very tight. I love it. I just want to watch Italian league and see how these guys are playing. And anyway, those are the results we have for you in some of the European leagues that will play on Saturday. After this short break, we will continue. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of the matches that took place on Saturday in Europe. And we go to Holland. In Holland, Ajax played against Zwolle, and Ajax won that game 3-1. Ajax need to, this season, and I'm not saying it as a fan, I'm saying it as somebody who loves soccer and what happened last season. And as much as it is soccer and entertaining and there are heartbreaks here and there, but Ajax messed up big time last season. The way in which they played, they were on top of the league going. Everyone started thinking that could this be the season that they're going to win it. At the end of the day, they capitulated, and that it's something that a lot of us were not happy with. As players, you have to be able to maintain that form and win the league. So PSV won it last season at the expense of the likes of Ajax and Feyenoord. So Ajax started this season, beating Zwolle 3-1 and making sure that this season they need to win it. Like I said, the leagues are still early, but every point counts. Every 1 point you get counts at the end of the season. That would be determined if you are going to actually be the champion or not. But you have to start accumulating these points now. Getafe played against Real Oviedo. Getafe winning that one at home 2-0. And in another match that played in the Spanish league was a match between Real Sociedad and Real Madrid. Real Madrid lost the league to Barcelona last season. So they are looking like a team that want to win it this season. Playing 4 matches, winning 4 matches, having 100% start to the season. It is just an impressive start for the Real Madrid side, the giant in the world of soccer. They are looking like a team that want to win it this season. So playing against Real Sociedad away, though Madrid got a red card, but that did not deter them from winning that game 2-1 as goals from Gola and Mbappe ensure that Madrid were victorious against Real Sociedad. Now let's move into some of the games that took place on Sunday. And starting with the first match that took place on Sunday that I'm going to be talking about here. In the English league, the defending champions, they traveled away to Burnley. And on paper, like I said, I know soccer has evolved. And you cannot write anybody off. You can't do that because every team right now is spending a lot of money. People are investing, making sure that they get quality, especially to smaller teams when they gain their promotion, they come to the English Premier League. They don't want to go down to Championship because the money is huge, staying in the English Premier League. So the teams like Burnley will be fighting to stay in the league come next season. But playing against a giant at Liverpool, the defending champions, one of the biggest team in the world of soccer, Liverpool, with the players that they're signing players for 100 and something, 130 million, 120 million. Liverpool are proven to be a force to be reckoned with in the world of transfer because they are not known for spending that huge sums of money. It's only City, Chelsea, or Real Madrid are known for doing that. Liverpool were not known for doing that, but now they've woken up, and they woke up now. Now they woke up, and they're saying that they want to actually make sure they retain that league and also win the Champions League if possible. So Liverpool traveling to Burnley, on paper, everyone expected an easy game with the quality that you have in the Liverpool team. The quality that you have in this team will just give Liverpool easy win against Burnley. But guess what? That wasn't to be. Burnley say that we are here to compete. We're not here to just add numbers. We are here to compete against your 130 million, your 150, your 100 million, your 90, your 70 million players. We are equal to the task. And they proved that. Burnley held Liverpool for 90 minutes. Can you beat that? I mean, I was very shocked watching the game, seeing the way in which these guys were defending, how compact they were together. I couldn't help but, just praise them. They are a solid team, not solid on Liverpool's level, but on this given day, they went man-to-man with Liverpool. And they made sure that they had Liverpool until a silly mistake from Burnley's player gave Liverpool the penalty that talisman Salah scored in the dying minute to give Liverpool maximum points against Burnley. It was a very tough game for Liverpool, I can say. But like I always say, and I said when I started this show, a big team will turn a draw into a win. A big team will turn a lose into a draw. And Liverpool are proving that. That is a theory that Liverpool are proving. They're proving me right. If you are good, that game, for any other team, that game was going to end goalless. But Liverpool got something out of it. It shows experience, it shows perseverance, it shows, techniques and everything. Just put everything into. It just shows that Liverpool are a good side and they have what it takes. So when a team is trying to frustrate them, they will be patient with you until they get their 3 points. Liverpool proved that they want to maintain their form in the league and also retain their league. So congratulations to Liverpool. That was an impressive game. All right, let's move to the city of Manchester, where two giants in that city came together at Etihad to play against each other, and always it was going to be tough for both teams. But if you ask anyone, I'm telling you, they will say to you they knew who was going to win before the game even started, because we have another team that is, both of them are not doing well anyway, so let us not talk about it. Both of them are not doing well, but there's one that has there's one that is known for winning in recent times, and there's one that is known for finishing in the bottom three, in the bottom table, finishing in the 16th or 15th or 18th position. No, not 18th. Don't get me wrong. I'm just joking. Manchester United did not finish 18th. But I'm saying the recent result and the recent Manchester United that we know, they're just a team that every team can beat easily. They're just a team that every team can get 3 points against. Playing against Manchester City was no different to that. This United side, it's not good. They just agree it's not good, man. It's not working. Nothing is working. I thought the position of Manchester United last season will actually make them signed quality last season, revamp the entire team to a point where they will have quality in that team to be able to participate and compete this league. But they failed to do that. They went to Manchester City and they lost 3-0. I guess what the coach said? I am not going to change my philosophy. Kudos to that. Keep on with your philosophy. Oh, anyway, Haaland scored 2 goals, 2 assists from Doku, and Foden scored the other goal as Manchester City beat Manchester United 3-0. In Spain, Barcelona humiliated Valencia 2 goals from Lopez, 2 goals from Rafinha, and 2 goals from that man, Lewandowski, to make sure that Barcelona demolished Valencia. All right, we have come to the end of Soccer Highlights with myself, Emmy Akura. Don't forget to watch your Champions League this week, and I'll be coming back to give you an update on all these games that are going to be taking place during the week. Until I come your way again, stay blessed.